channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Josa Mercado. Isipin mo na lang si Bea Alonso yung pinapanood mo. Char! So today's vlog is I made an inspiring video for my daughter who has a SMA type 1, spinal muscular atrophy. I made this video because this month of August is SMA awareness, and I want everyone to be aware with this kind of rare condition affecting newborn babies, and also I want you to be inspired by our story. So we've been through a lot of ups and downs, we've been through a lot of challenging, but we never give up. And most of my Facebook friends is keep asking me like, what happened to my daughter? Especially like when I post it on Facebook, her photo, just like a random picture of us. And some of them are replied, some of them are not, because I don't have I don't have this kind of courage to tell them, to explain to them. And I think even for a while, I stopped posting on Facebook. But now that the first 1 year challenging that we have is we pass, and now that I have a courage to show you our videos, our story, so that maybe it will be help for you, or it will be like inspiring for you guys that don't give up for your kids. And also how God answered our prayers, how I put my faith to God, and now that I'm living with hope that one day she will be through with these things, that one day she will be like a normal baby, like she can walk, she can talk. Yes. Oh my God, why I'm doing this. So yeah, just watch our video. This is my daughter Cassandra, who was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy type 1 at age of 2 months old. Spinal muscular atrophy is a rare genetic disorder that affects the part of the nervous system that controls muscle movement. Children with SMA may have a difficulty crawling, sitting, walking, and moving their limbs and neck. Their ability to breathe and swallow may be also affected. There is no cure, but there is a treatment. And right away, they did the first Spinraza lumbar puncture to her at RCH. It was a heartbreaking news to our family, especially to myself. How are you today? Last February 2020, while we at Melbourne Zoo, she struggled to breathe and brought her to RCH. They intubated her to support her breathing, and she got stroke with her left side for unknown reason. Then she been transferred to ICU. She stayed 10 days in ICU until if it's safe to get rid of the tube and transfer to the ward. We spent days, fortnightly, months to the hospital with her ups and downs, and even she deteriorated. Until one day, we had a big meeting with her doctors, nurses, social workers, and palliative, telling us she had only days to live because she was depending on her BiPAP machine. I was shocked. I cried. I want to scream, and I don't know what to say. I joined different SMA group on Facebook to be more knowledgeable, to seek help and advices. I Googled a lot on how I was able to help her to ease the pain. Palliative care is always asking me what do I want for Cassandra. It's like a bucket list, I guess. Of course, I want to be with AJ, to go outside for her to see and experience outside world, to sleep with her every night in one bed. So they change her cot bed to adult bed. And if the weather is good and sunny, we go outside together with the nurse. Too many questions, but only God knows those answers. Alam mo yun, kung may bundok lang na pwede akong akyatin para makuha ko yung gamot na magpapagaling sa anak ko, aakyatin ko. mabuhay lang siya. It's COVID time when this thing happened to us, and then they give us an exemption so that Cassandra family can visit her to the hospital because of what they said to us, spend more time with her because she only have days to live. Until one day, a good Samaritan came and visit us at RCH. She is offering their hospice. It closed at the moment due to COVID, but they are willing to open for us, where we can stay for her end life care or respite care. That is the purpose of their hospice. At first, I had a hesitant to move from the hospital because of many things. But by the help of Cassandra godparents and my sibling, they offer us 24/7 two nursing staff, physiotherapy every day. Then I decided to move because at hospice, Cassandra's family can spend more time with her. Cassandra get better and better each day, but I cannot be too relaxed because she is nearly due on her Spinraza, and one of the requirement is not on the BiPAP 24/7. And before leaving in the hospital, there is no chance for her to get one. I had to fight for that. Every week I had a telehealth appointment with her doctor. Every day is so much stress on me. I cannot sleep unless I'm so tired of thinking. I cannot even have a proper meal. I feel I was running out of time and I just want to be with her 24/7 to win off the BiPAP. People judge me on my behavior, but they doesn't know how hard it is. Every day I need to be strong and hide my weakness. Hospice staff witnessed that Cassandra is getting better. She had a big improvement since day one she was there. So Cassandra's doctor decided to come and visit us at the hospice and have a go for another Spinraza lumbar puncture. So I was relieved until the day it was done. Finally, after 5 weeks of staying at the hospice, we've been able to go home together with her. We've been able to celebrate her 10 months mansari and 11 months mansari. I'm so thankful that God prolonged her life. I'm so thankful that God helped us in this kind of situation. It's really a miracle to see her alive, to see her getting better, to see her getting stronger. But every day, there is still a worries, and every day, it's always challenging. I always put faith and hope to God. She able to celebrate her 1-year-old birthday with us, and that is our huge achievement. Lesson learned. Pray hard and God will provide. Have faith and hope to God and He will be with us. Learn your kids' condition to be able to help them. Ask and seek help. I hope you guys inspired our video and our story. See you in part 2. Thank you.
Pwede na? At titik-ting-ting. At tutulo lang ang laway.
Again, just relief.
Yeah.
You can get a foam pad made up too.
Yeah. To build
Just
up.
build up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Oh, she's just happy that she's sitting.
Ang magkapatid na walang gustong gawin kung hindi maglaro. Hi, bebe!
Magising si Bebe, mag-stand. Tapos, mayunong na ako makain. Tapos si Bebe, mayunong din. Tapos, mag-sleep. Tapos, ayaw niya, yung siko. Come on.
Always. Good night.
Good night. Good night, Bebe. Good night, Mommy. Ang init yung ikot ko.
Wala nang kiss si Bebe? Hindi na kikiss?
O, tanggayin ko yung short.
Oh, sige. So I hope you guys are inspired with our story, and I would like to thank my family, my husband's family, who's been with us since day one of this situation, and also I want them to thank as well for my family, for my friends who's always including my daughter to their prayers. It really means a lot to us, especially to me. And yes, because since it happens to us every night, we always pray rosary with my mom, just to thank God for all the help, for providing us everything, and also for the support that we get from the community, from the hospital. And I was lucky to have good team, like good therapists and good nursing care for my daughter. Yeah, just include my daughters on your prayers, and it really means a lot to us. Thank you everyone for watching my video.